With a divergent mind, you can break free of your limitations and become remarkable. This is Alan McPeck, your guide to changing your mindset and living the life you were meant to live. Today I want to talk about forgiveness. Being able to not necessarily forgive, but be able to, still get along with the person after someone has hurt you. When people hurt you, people tend to be upset and hold grudges, and it's not worth it. It's way too difficult to go through life being pissed off at each other, being pissed off at people. So what I do is, whenever I have a situation where I'm angry at someone or someone has hurt me, I take a look at that situation and look and see how I influenced the situation and what I could have done differently to cause a different outcome in the situation. It's not always the other person that you're angry with. It's not always 100% their fault. You have to look at yourself and look and see what I can do, what you can do to change a situation, to make it better. Not only for that current situation, but for any situations you're going to be like that in the future. So for me, this started about a year ago when I was going through a breakup. So I was about a year into the breakup, and I was still very, very angry, and I was talking to someone about it, and they said, whoa, stop. You keep complaining about the other person, what they could have done, and what they should have done. They said, what could you have done? You can't change anything about them. You can't change what they could have done. What you can do is look at what your responsibility was in it and what you can do to change and what you can do to make any future relationships better. So that's what I did. And then I began to realize, wow, it's not always just the other person. I had a huge responsibility in this and a huge fault in it. Another way you can look at this situation is, sometimes there's not more than one person involved, and what you could possibly be doing to the whole dynamic of the other people involved. And is it really worth holding a grudge against one person and that grudge affecting other people? Begin to realize this, your actions don't just affect you. They affect many, many other people. And again, I'm going to use an example from my breakup. So going through my breakup, I have 2 children, and it was the first, 6 months to a year. It was very, we were both very angry at each other, constantly arguing, fighting. So in the county that I live in, they require you to go to a parenting class if you have children and you're going through a divorce. So both of us attended this parenting class. And so we went to the class, and then, at the class I realized, wow, it's not about me and her. It's about our kids. So I called her up after class and said, let's get this figured out. And so we met up for coffee. We sat down. We got everything hashed out right then and there. We go to court, and we present everything to the judge. The judge looks at everything, says, looks good. Boom, we're done. That was it. We sat down, we figured out everything that we needed to figure out to get past this and move past it. And so both of us could focus on our children. There's no point for us to spend months and months and months and years fighting when we have 2 children that we need to focus our attention on to make sure that they have loving homes. So sometimes you can take a look at yourself, see what you can do to change the situation. Sometimes there's other external motivations, children or other people involved, that you can look at and say, hey, I need to change the way I look at this person because it's hurting other people. So just go through life. Don't hold grudges. It's not worth it. You don't necessarily have to befriend the person afterwards, but there's no sense of holding the grudge and holding the anger. Just let it go and live yourself a happy, wonderful life. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Have a great day.